What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Fightland, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today, we're going to be talking about Fightland Season 1, Episode 1. This is my quick thoughts, early impressions on the episode, so down below, I want you guys to give me your quick thoughts, early impressions. How did you feel about this series opener? In my opinion, this is a solid show. And of course, we know this show is by your boy 50 Cent. And I believe they did an excellent job with this first episode. I mean, they gave us all types of different elements of a TV show, from the action, the storyline, character development. I mean, of course, they didn't waste any time at all as far as certain things happening. And that's what you need to do when you got a new series. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get the fans to watch it and be tuned in each and every week. And you know what I'm saying? So far, it is good in my opinion. Y'all can let me know how y'all felt about this first episode. But if it's any indication of what's to come, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a very good show and a very good first season. Now, you guys, make sure you checked out my Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 5, Episode 7, Quick Thoughts, Early Impressions. I will be dropping the full recap later on in the day for that show. I'm still pissed off what we saw that episode. I mean, damn. And of course, you already know I'm going to give you guys the recap for Fightland as well later on in the day, so stay tuned for that. Now, quick thoughts, early impressions on this episode. I believe they did a great job at explaining Duke, his story. Of course, we know in this episode, we saw him become heavyweight champion. And of course, we saw him get beat down. He was set up, but he made a mistake. We know he was sleeping with Joy. The sad thing is Joy is married to Kinsley, his promoter. And we know that Joy is his childhood love, right? He's been knowing her for a very long time. So in his heart, she will always be his, right? But I believe that's a major mistake. You cannot risk sleeping with the promoter's wife, a promoter that's involved in the drug game that's very dangerous. And you're going to do this the same night that you won the belt, right? And he does it like right after he wins. And then everybody's downstairs and all that stuff celebrating. He's shaking his hand and all that stuff. Like, dude, like, what the hell was you thinking? Now, we know in this episode, his brother Calvin, he ended up getting dropped off. We know Calvin, he was trying to save his brother from that beat down. And we know your boy Duke was able to catch one of the guys and he beat him to death. And it's the reason why he ended up serving 8 years in a Nevada prison. But he was released. He ended up making a deal, and of course, he's involved with the cartel, you know what I'm saying? And the whole game plan is to get payback on Kinsley, take over his operations from the inside, find out how everything is working, and then, of course, he's supposed to have his new boss take over and, you know, basically take over the whole London drug trade. So we're going to see how that game plan works, but in this episode, we know your boy Duke was moving real quickly. He ended up getting out, went back to London, and now we know he is working for Marshall Promotions. And the sad thing is, Kinsley is nowhere to be found. Know what I'm saying? Now, we talked about this in the What to Expect video. We already knew that Kinsley would go missing. We know he was getting questioned as far as his business, his boxing promotion being the front for drugs, right? And of course, we know what happened to that reporter. That reporter got beat down at the very beginning of the episode for asking that question. Now, while Kinsley is up out of here, we don't know where he's at. His kids, they're pretty much running the company, right? His son, Zeke, and his daughter, Cece, they're doing what they got to do, but they don't know that your boy Duke is watching their every single move. Know what I'm saying? He had the whole board up with everybody planned out as far as what they're doing, the people that they're working with. They're going to try to pin this robbery that they did on. The game plan was dependent on the Russians, but now they're talking about pinning it on the Albanians. So we want to see how that ends up going, but we know by the end of the episode, Duke ended up getting caught by one of Zeke's boys that works for them. He's a fighter, and he was, of course, watching Duke's every move. Now, Duke did make a dumb move because he kept the jacket that he had on during the robbery, and this is how this guy knew that something was up with his character, and of course, we know he ended up following him. But of course, we know Duke ends up dropping him off, gets him up out of here. And while all this is going down, we also know that Duke's best friend, Jay, he pops up at the spot as well. And this is where the episode pretty much ends. Now, it was looking like his best friend may end up getting popped, but that's not going to happen. His best friend, Jay, will regret everything. He will regret even, tracking Duke down, figuring out where he is at and being involved in any of this, because now it's a little bit too late. This guy, I don't believe he's going to do anything, you know what I'm saying, because his boss may be pissed off. He wants to continue to use Duke in order to take down Kinsley. So I don't think that's going to happen. But of course, those questions will be answered in the next upcoming episode. But as I told you, as far as this first episode, I believe it was solid. It's a lot of characters on the show. Of course, his father, the ring girl, Kim, he going to be clapping her cheeks. It's a lot going on. But of course, it's a new show, new characters. We're going to get used to that, used to all these characters' names. And as I told you, solid show. I think it does have a lot of potential to be another banger from your boy 50 Cent. With only 8 episodes, I believe they're going to have a lot of action. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to prove that this show can stand up on its own. I believe this is why they are promoting the show back-to-back weeks with Raising Kanan. As I told you guys before, usually with new shows, they're, episode 1s is the episode that they promote with the, prior show. But with this show, they're doing 2 episodes. So next week, they're going to once again do a promotion with Raising Kanan. We know next week will be the Raising Kanan series finale. So they're trying to roll off that hype and hoping that people will watch that. And of course, tune in and watch this show as well. You know what I'm saying? Raising Kanan, everybody going to watch that. So they're just hoping that some, or the majority of the Power fans tune in to see exactly what this show is going to be about, which I think the majority will. You know what I'm saying? But after what we just saw on Raising Kanan, people going to have to, be grieving a little bit. It's going to take some time to get people to tune in to something else, especially after this last episode. So the series finale, you already know, is going to be crazy, but we shall see. But down below, I want you guys to let me know, what do you think about Fightland Season 1, Episode 1? As I told you, solid show. I'm hoping that this show is going to be a banger. You already know I will be dropping that full recap later on in the day. Got to talk about this show in more, detail, of course. Go over these characters and just continue to see where this show is going to go. Now, I want to thank you guys once again for all the love, all the support, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.